Hi there YouTube family, and welcome into today's video, which is going to be my top 10 under 10. And these are drugstore items that I just think stand out so much to me that I want to share them with you. There's several in here that I have talked about over and over again, and a couple that might be a little bit new to you guys that I probably haven't shown either in a long time, or I probably have shown them very recently. I don't know which. I want to get right into this, but before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm so very happy to have you here. We would love to have you here all the time. Hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button, because YouTube does their weird thing now where if you don't hit that, you can get unsubscribed. I have had several people have that happen. And please give this video a thumbs up if you do like seeing things that are from the drugstore. I believe that there are such good products at the drugstore that are every bit as good as the high-end ones. They perform and last, and they're just great. So let's get right into it so you guys can see what I have to show you from the drugstore that's under $10. First thing I want to talk about is Makeup Revolution and their Reloaded palettes. These come in all different colors and different varieties of layouts. This one happens to be pretty cool toned. This is called the Visionary Reloaded palette. And all of these come with 15 shadows, and I really like this one because it had such pretty plums and the violets in there, but it also had the taupes in there that work really good into a look. I love Makeup Revolution's shadows. I think they're so pretty, they're so buttery, and they're so nice. And the other thing is they really last a long time. They really wear well. Definitely think these are worth looking into, and I really love that they have come out with these and that they're still the high quality, and they make such beautiful looks when you get into them. So definitely ones that I would recommend under $10. These are going to end up in my yearly favorites. I just know it. The past year has been the year of the color corrector for me. And these are two that I use all the time. This is the Maybelline Master Camo color correctors. And there is one in yellow, and then this is in apricot. I use these all the time, all over the place. If I have a pimple that I'm trying to, or a zit that I'm trying to cover up, I'll put this one on there, the yellow one on there, to disguise it first, and then I'll go over it with my foundation. And every single time I do my under eyes, I put on this apricot corrector. Now I have really, really bad discoloration under my eyes, so I have to use a corrector. This one is a little bit drier, and I'll tell you why I do like the dryness of it is because it doesn't mix with my concealer. Lots of times when I was putting on a little bit more emollient of a corrector, it was just seeming like it just turned my concealer like peach or something, and it really wasn't achieving the look that I really needed. The thing about this is you can go really, really light on it. You don't have to use a heavy hand. I find that halfway through the day, I'm not looking in the mirror and going, oh my gosh, what happened to my concealer? I see all this darkness. So they keep some at bay. It does a really, really good job. I absolutely love these. They seem to last a long time because I go really slight on them. I don't use a ton of them at once. This one right here is from Wet n Wild, and it is called the Ultimate Brow Highlighter. This doesn't have any shimmer or sparkle or anything like that in it, but it has this really light pink color in there, and it's all matte. I love this because it is a dupe, a straight-on dupe for the Benefit Highbrow, and all I do is I put it right there underneath my brow bone on both sides. I don't go all the way, and then I'll just take my finger and just buff it out. And this gives such a nice lift for my aging eyes that I just think it's so good. But I think it would be good for anybody. The other thing that if you don't like to have a highlight on the inner corner that is, you know, the shimmer or anything like that, the metallic, you can just use this and it brightens up so good. Really like that. The other thing that you can do with it is, you know, we get a little bit of darkness right here on the outside of our eyes sometimes. You can also lighten it up right there with that. So multi-use on this thing, really love it. Think it's one of those ones that you don't have to spend the $20+ on the expensive one. You can get a really good one for under $5. The Catrice Prime and Fine Eyeshadow Primer, Eyeshadow Base is probably my very favorite eyeshadow base that I've ever had, and I have tried tons and tons and tons. The reason being is because, as you can see right there, it is white. It doesn't, it shears out a little bit less than white, just so you guys know. But it has the ability to keep your eyeshadow very vibrant because it takes away any discoloration that you might have. And then, excuse me, the other thing that it does is it keeps that eyeshadow on all day long. So you've got vibrant eyeshadow and eyeshadow that's not going to crease or wear off on you through partway through the day or melt in the hot summer sun. If you have oily lids, this is really good for that because it keeps that oil at bay. I just have found that it's one of my very favorites ever. There is also these lovely ladies right here. I love that Maybelline came out with these master chromes. I think that they did such a good job with all of them. Now I have, let's see if I can get this right. This is the Molten Rose. This one is the Molten Gold. This is actually the one that says Molten Master Holographic. And then this one is the new one with Nikkitutorials. These four right here, I feel like every one of these could outdo a Becca highlighter, a Laura Geller highlighter. There are so many on the market that have this just beaming beautiful highlight, but these right here, these guys right here, they're so good. I just have fallen in love with them. I cannot begin to tell you how pretty I think they are. The vibrancy without having the shimmer flakes in there. There isn't any of that in here. So I have just really loved these a lot. And I've seen so many YouTubers talk about them. You know, Becca does have some gorgeous highlighters. Don't get me wrong. She does highlighters like nobody's business. They're so pretty. But I think if you're on a budget, this is a really great way to be able to have a really like bright glow, gorgeous, without having the high price tag. I would highly recommend those. They're very soft. The formula is very creamy and very buttery. I actually think I have 4 things in here from Catrice. I am loving this brand so much. So this is the Catrice Prime and Fine Smoothing Refiner. Kills pores is what it says. It doesn't really kill your pores, but it will fill them in. It's really quite nice. You look at it and you think, well, it almost looks too thick, but then you get it on your skin and it really melts into your skin and just takes those pores and diminishes them and just kind of glides over them while it fills them in, and you get such a nice canvas. I will tell you that I believe that this is a pretty good dupe for the Tatcha primer that they have in the pot. I don't think it's a straight-on one because this doesn't have the skin loving benefits that the Tatcha one has in it, but I do think that it's pretty darn close. It performs a lot of the same way. The Tatcha one's a tiny bit lighter, where this one is a tiny bit heavier, but this is such a good substitute for it. And if you struggle with pores, this one is probably a really good one for you. Just make sure that you're pressing it into your skin all the time. Don't just, swipe it across your skin like that, because it's not going to work. But if you're pressing it into the pores, then you're going to get a smoother canvas. This right here is my blush that no longer has any printing on the front of it because I've worn it off. This is my Makeup Revolution, the Matte Blush Powder in Nude. This is by no means a nude color, you guys. I think that this is the most gorgeous compromise between a pink and a peach. So it is just the most beautiful coral color as far as I'm concerned, and it goes with so many things. I think that this blush is one of those ones that you could pull out of your drawer and it doesn't matter what eye look, what lip you're wearing, this just goes. It goes really good. It can be built up, so if you have a little bit deeper of a skin tone, it can be built up quite a bit, and it can be sheared out. Now the formula is so soft, it blends so smoothly, and it just, you stick your finger in here and you think you're sticking your finger into something that's really super high end, because it is that just buttery, creamy, wonderful formula, and it's one that's going to last all day long. I am wearing it today as my cheek color today. Another Catrice product that I use all the time, I did use it today in my inner waterline down there, and it is the 18-hour contour and color, and this is just in black. It's an automatic pencil, and I love this thing, you guys. It's so dark and so deep, and I love how saturated and black and yummy it is. This black one is one that I reach for all the time to get the saturated color in the waterline, because if you don't have a soft enough product to go into the waterline, you just feel like it's kind of, you know, you're having to go over and over and over again, and you can get some irritation from that. This one you don't have to. A couple swipes and you're done. Okay, second to last thing is this Catrice lip gloss that I have, and let me find out what this exactly is called. It's called Shine Appeal Fluid Lipstick. This is called Metal and Roses, and this is by no means a lipstick. This is a straight on lip gloss, but I love this stuff. This doesn't really have a color in it. It's just a lip topper. It has a perfect meld, and there are very few that I can say this. It has a perfect meld of stickiness and yet light enough that you're not going to get, you know, like lines or anything. When you open your mouth like this, you're not going to get the lines in between. So I really do love this. I actually want to pick this up in a couple more colors. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is probably the one thing out of all these things that I've just shown you that I like the best, and that is my NYX Multitasking Mixing Medium. There are a few other companies that have this, but I love this one from NYX because it just makes anything you put with it to be either waterproof or long lasting or anything like that. Basically, it's just like a milky consistency liquid. It's right there. Hopefully you can see that little dot right there. It almost looks like it's glue, and it almost acts like glue too. It is so good for taking the powder that you put with it and making that eyeliner be a waterproof eyeliner. This is my go-to for just about anything I want to do. If, you know, everybody says, oh, spray your brush if you want a more vibrant color, I pick this up. Or if somebody says, you know, just put a powder across your lips and then a gloss on top of it, I pick this up first. Mix them together. You have a long wearing lip color. So I love this. I think it's fantastic. I will purchase it over and over again, and for the money, you cannot beat it. It's just so very good. So that's it for my top 10 under 10. I hope that you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I really enjoy bringing these kinds of makeup products to you guys because I know that they're affordable and I know that they're fantastic. What is you guys' #1 product that is under $10 that you reach for over and over again? Let me know in the comment section below. I actually could have done like 3 videos, and I probably will be doing a few more in the future because I love these kinds of videos. So you guys all take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. I love you, and I will see you all in my very next video. Take care. Bye-bye.